Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponappa
And this is Maruti Acharya,
and we just finished watching the film Martin starring
GTA
Dhruva
Vice City
Sarja.
San Andreas.
Starring Dhruva Sarja, story written by Arjun Sarja, directed by A P Arjun. There's a lot of Arjuns here
Yeah.
and not enough though. Not enough of proper Arjuns. What's your one-liner of the film?
So I will take more than a line. My review of the movie is when I was watching the movie, my experience is like how a father or anybody in the family, there is a young kid who's trying to cook something on a special day. Full love, full support. You want that kid to be happy, do whatever. But you know that, like the entire family knows that the food is actually not that great. But you still feel like you're gonna support the child for the attempt that he has made. I wanted this movie to work. I want Dhruva Sarja to come more. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಿಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹೌ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್.
See, very honestly speaking, Dhruva Sarja is someone who has a lot of potential, a lot of star potential that I like to point out. And when he broke out into the scene, he's only 4 films old. He's been in the industry for 12 years now. He's only 4 films. This is his 5th film. So when he broke out, he brought that whole youth energy to the screen.
Correct.
Yeah, it was like he could dance really well, he could do action really well, great gymnast, all of it. So he's a proper full package. It's just very heartbreaking to see that package even when it comes on screen after 3 years for someone of that who has so much potential to be wasting it, because even in the film he has used up all his talents but none of it has been used properly.
Correct.
And yeah, let's get deeper into the review. Before that, this whole segment is for us to bring to you the freshest perspective right after we walk out of the theater, so that we give you the whole feeling of
what
is
it feels.
inside the theater and get you the freshest review possible, and not something that is formulated and thought about. It's just
Exactly.
a segment that we thought might be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. When friends go out for a movie, you just talk about how you feel about the movie, right? That is how we want to give the review so that you understand and make out whether to watch it or not. But watch all the movies. That's what we suggest.
Yes. Well, starting with the positives, because there is a lot to talk about in the negative section, unfortunately. The only positive that I could figure out here is the action and this presence. The actor's potential was evident on the screen, but it was wasted because of the lack of storytelling. And also, I don't know why Dhruva would choose a script like this, or Dhruva would be okay with working on a script like this. Yeah, it felt like Arjun Sarja wrote it for Dhruva and not the other way around. So I don't know what went wrong, but you can see the potential of the actor here. We just hope that there is KD that is supposed to release this December.
Correct.
I don't know if it will, but it is supposed to release this December with Dhruva Sarja, and Sanjay Dutt is also in that film. I'm hoping that turns out to be a little more graceful and turns out to be something brighter for the actor. But even after that, I hope he makes more films faster and gets to the theaters, because it is for a fact, as a Kannada audience, that I can tell that he has that value and scope to attract more audiences to the screens, and that is something important for the film industry right now.
Again, another analogy. I like giving analogies. So another analogy is that friend in your gang who always takes checks or copies from the paper of a guy who is actually a topper, but still messes the exam up, like maybe borderline pass or somewhere fail despite of copying. Martin is that is how the experience was. The bright student is Prashant Neel, who made KGF, and Martin is Martin. So all the technical departments, it's very evident that it is directly taken from KGF. The idea is to replicate that. The positive is the negative. Like, I will not give spoilers, but negative Dhruva Sarja character was the highlight. Yeah, other than that, I think it's the idea of replication itself. I got disconnected from the screen. So
What didn't work out? Well, first of all, it was too much graphics. What is this film? It is loud, unconditionally loud, and I know that Dhruva Sarja and his films are loud, and I'm there for it. I like it, but this is just too loud. Music, Ravi Basroor. This is not his usual drums and the KGF music, but then it is just too much bass. It's all over the place.
It's just bass.
Yeah,
There's
mostly
no
bass.
music.
Even the dialogues is just bass most of the time. You'll know it when you watch the film. Acting wise, and all the limelight is on Dhruva Sarja, none of it on anybody else, be it the heroine, be it the villain, whoever it is. And if the kind of characters Dhruva was playing, the characterizations given to it, it wasn't very appealing to see. So even there is a drawback. Visuals drawback, the graphics
CG a big
too
drawback.
much, all
You
of
know,
it.
This
Yeah.
CG in our background is a better CG than what it was in the movie.
I think it's time for
I
you
feel.
to take over before it turns to a rant.
Yeah. So again, this one thing that we really want to tell. We feel that some people might actually like the movie who are going for mass commercial cinema on a festival date. So I am not gonna say this is a bad movie or something which is not worth watching in theaters. The attempt is really good. There's a lot of money that went into it. The idea stage itself is something that we are not convinced. So this is our opinion. You might have a different opinion. Whatever is your opinion, go watch it at your nearest theaters. Come back and mention it in the comments below, and whatever you have about the review or the points that you agree, disagree, please mention. But one thing, especially for Kannada audience, please come to theaters and watch and support all the movies so that we motivate good filmmakers and directors to make more good movies. With that, this is Maruti Acharya,
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
and you're watching India Today. Like, share, and subscribe.